Hey everyone, what is up? Tim here with another Kingdom Hearts news video, or more so, this is sort of like my first, for this channel, my first ever video covering Kingdom Hearts news. And for Kingdom Hearts fans who are watching the video, or if you are interested into Kingdom Hearts, I highly recommend you subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video. Any support matters to the channel because I will be uploading Kingdom Hearts content. Now, with that being said, normally what I do in these sort of news videos is give out the facts, the details, the news, the rumors, whatever. And then by the end of the video, or near the end of the video, I give in my personal opinions about how I feel. So let's actually just dive into the Kingdom Hearts news when it comes to this. Over here right now, I have the Kingdom Hearts Insider Twitter account, and they definitely post a lot of very informative and factual stuff when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. I highly recommend you guys follow their site, follow their Twitter when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. I've been using their site for the longest time. They have been the most reliable source when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, and definitely when it comes to the PC ports. So yesterday there has been this like huge reveal of Kingdom Hearts being released on the PC port, which is honestly, I am so hyped for that. Definitely there has been some buzz when it came down to it being released first at the Epic Games Store and so on and so forth. And definitely about the price ranges, which I will go into. But definitely this is really nice to hear because normally, listen, I've been a consumer of Kingdom Hearts ever since I was a kid. I grew up with this franchise, and we never had something like this before. And this is pretty much, Cage Insider basically says these ports come with both Japanese and English audio. Now, what does that mean? Obviously, we're gonna have some English dub in the English language, and then we're gonna also have Japanese dub. We never had Japanese dub in any sort of Kingdom Hearts game. The only way, if you want to access Japanese dub in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, is basically buy a copy from Japan, which is obviously not ideal to do because it's not translated in English or anything. The Japanese version is just a pure Japanese version. Everything is in Japanese. And with English, everything is all in pure English, nothing in Japanese either. And we never had those sort of options. For Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, it's so weird because definitely when it came down to that DLC particularly, Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind did not even, for the English version, did not have the Japanese dub, while the Japanese version for Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind were able to switch off to Japanese and English dub, which is honestly so cool. And a lot of Japanese folks in Japan were able to enjoy the English dub and hear it. I saw many Japanese players who played Kingdom Hearts. They were enjoying switching the language audio to English. And why Japanese is so important to this franchise is because simply they have the better translations. It just sounds, obviously, it just sounds more natural when it comes to Kingdom Hearts because the way how English translates Japanese for this team, particularly when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, the Kingdom Hearts translation team, it's definitely a lot of stuff kind of sounds weird to some people, or it just doesn't sound right, doesn't sound as natural to me. I'm used to it. Like I said, I grew up with the franchise, but definitely putting it in Japanese make it sounds more authentic, sounds more natural, since a lot of stuff that is said in Japanese is not really common to what we say in English. So there's this whole cultural thing as well when it comes to the West and the East. So completely all different, but definitely having this option is just fantastic. I'm just so happy, and I hope to, honestly, I'm just gonna have another whole playthrough on playing in Japanese. The whole franchise. So now the second detail that they actually put out is Kingdom Hearts 3 also gets a new Keyblade. Now, if you don't know, Kingdom Hearts has actually been Kingdom Hearts has these exclusive Keyblades depending on what platform you're on. So far, Kingdom Hearts has always been a console exclusive. So, Xbox had their own Keyblade, which I forgot what we call it, and then PlayStation also had their own Keyblade. I'm going to show it up on screen. And the only way to get these certain keyblades is basically to have it on that certain platform. Okay, so for example, if you like the Xbox keyblade, you weren't able to get it on PlayStation because it's simply because you didn't have the Xbox. You're not on the Xbox platform, so on and so forth. But the PC version has it, or if anything, the Epic's Game Store has their own version, which is called the Element Encoder. Now, what's actually pretty cool about this certain encoder is that it looks honestly one of the best. It's honestly one of the best looking keyblades in here, which is the I forgot what you call King Mickey's Keyblade, but it's basically King Mickey's Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 3. But it's literally like a different color scheme, and honestly this looks really, really nice. And if you get it on the Epic's Game Store, you'll be able to unlock this, and I wonder what sort of abilities and certain forms it has, because if you're familiar with the Kingdom Hearts series, or with Kingdom Hearts 3, you had these Keyblade transformations, and they have these certain abilities to them, certain magic to them, certain finishers to them. So I wonder how this is gonna be like, because this is the most one of the most different Keyblades out of all the exclusive Keyblades for each platform. This is the most unique one, a good looking one as well, compared to the PlayStation and Xbox version. It's a really nice looking Keyblade. Oh yeah, also Amazon has their own Keyblade as well. I'm gonna put that up, or a 7-Eleven version. But yeah, definitely this is like a whole different Keyblade to its own. So I'm really wondering now if Kingdom Hearts comes out on Steam, I'm really wondering how that Keyblade will look like. So it's nice to pretty much, see all this sorts of, when it comes to this franchise. I'm really excited. Sorry about that. But definitely this is gonna be so hyped when it comes to Kingdom Hearts releasing on PC. I do hope this is a good port for the PC. Now, a lot of people were pretty much buzzing when it came to its price range, because Epic Games did not announce the price. Square Enix or Kingdom Hearts and Epic Games did not talk about its price range, and there was a reason to that. And when we look here, this is at the official Epic's Game Store, and here the price range on here, I know you guys can't see how 1.5, I'm kind of blocking away when it comes to this, sorry about that, but when it comes to 1.5 and 2.5, it is $50. And then you have Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which is a full $60 price. And then we have Kingdom Hearts 3 for $60, and Melody of Memory, which is the recent Kingdom Hearts title, which is for $60. All of them are pretty much at the full price range, which is a little bit ridiculous, or really ridiculous, because there was a lot of buzz when it came to its price range, because honestly, you could get all these games for a good amount, literally probably $40 total, because there's a whole bundle for PlayStation and an Xbox called the Story So Far, or all-in-one bundle. Here, I'm gonna go and search it up right now. So pretty much, what I have on screen is, the Kingdom Hearts all-in-one package, physical copy that is being sold as of now, right now on GameStop, without it being on sale, for $40. And typically Kingdom Hearts goes on sale and it will drop to amount of like $20, possibly $10, if you find a good deal somewhere else. And definitely, like, here it offers like all the Kingdom Hearts titles on here. As you see, includes the Story So Far, which is like the whole collection edition of like the OG titles, and then it offers Kingdom Hearts 3. So the all-in-one package is like the best deal you could get, and it's all for $40. While you compare these prices on here, this is just simply, how can I say this? This is just honestly a bit disencouraging of not buying these titles, because these are so expensive for its price range, because it's literally basically you're buying the full price, while you have um, bundles like these where you could get for only $40. So there's that, you know. Um, Now that's pretty much the news when it comes to the Kingdom Hearts series. I'm just very excited, regardless of the I guess the flaws it's coming out with its release, the cons it's coming out for its release. It's a bit disappointing to hear that they're not releasing an all-in-one bundle pack. I don't know why they're not doing that, because I'm pretty sure if there was like this whole all-in-one bundle pack, a lot of people on PC are gonna get it. A lot of people on PC tend to go for the games that are on sale and that give a lot of games. And trust me when I say that, like I would have get one as well. But definitely, unfortunately, these games are all coming out on its full price. Now, I don't know how to really feel about this yet, because we don't know necessarily how all the games are going to release. I don't know how the games are going to run on PC, because sometimes, man, there's times where games just don't run as well compared to console and PC. You know, sometimes it's better just to play on console, sometimes it's better to play on PC. And I pray to God, I hope this franchise is good and it has better performance on PC in every sort of way, okay? And right now we're talking about my personal opinions. We're pretty much done with the news when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. I think it's really important to have these sort of discussions and a little bit like be concerned about this whole situation of how Kingdom Hearts is being handled. Because first of all, for the longest time, as a fan, Kingdom Hearts has always been a console exclusive, or if anything, they're always on some sort of console. They have never been on PC. They never even considered it being on PC. There was no sort of like, how can I say this? There wasn't any sort of plans it being on PC for the longest time. And I was always curious on how it, even if it was being planned on the PC 10 years ago, I always wondered how it's gonna play like on PC. How an action game like this is gonna play well on PC with a keyboard and mouse. Now, first of all, I talked about it in my last video. I know I was excited in my last video. Check it out, by the way, if you want to hear my initial thoughts. But like, I do hope we get a proper remaster. And what I mean by that is that like, what I mean by a proper remaster is that because sometimes when game companies do remasters, they don't tend and then put it on PC. It doesn't seem like the best. It's not the best PC port, honestly, and it's just more ideal to play it on controller or more ideal to play it on console. There's a lot of features taken away on PC in terms of their UI, the way it handles with keyboard and mouse. Things are just not utilized properly in many sort of ways. A lot of console gamers don't understand what I'm talking about, but definitely if you're a PC person, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to um, developers underutilizing the tools that the PC can do and what potentially they could do with their games. I mean, for example, I'll bring up RE4. I think this is one of my biggest complaints when entering the inventory system, because it's one of the most iconic and biggest mechanics in the game, where you arrange and equip or do whatever with your inventory management. You know, when you organize your briefcase and all that, that's one of the most important things in the game. It's that like you're not able to click and drag your items around, which is much more convenient to do, but it does not have that in the PC version. You have to simply play the game as if you're playing on controller and you're doing everything with the keyboard, which feels really, really uncomfortable and, like I said, very inconvenient and underutilizing of what the PC can do with its mouse and keyboard. Another thing is why I want a proper remaster is simply because sometimes games don't tend to be on uncapped frame rate. Now, many games or remasters, such as the Soul series when it comes to Dark Souls, and also I'll even bring Resident Evil 4 again. Uh, Definitely when it comes to these certain titles, um, they are only locked on 60 frames. Unfortunately, you're not able to go any further. You're not able to uncap it. That's simply it, and it's very, very unfortunate that these games that are really good to play, they're really fun to play, are not really utilizing the PC's features or even using uh, its performance. So I do hope uh, these developers or whoever's gonna handle these titles port it right onto PC. I do hope we see a better advantage for PC, definitely, because I can only imagine the stuff we could do with mouse and keyboard. I mean, it's gonna honestly feel awkward when we're in gameplay. I have a feeling when it comes to that because it's just more ideal to play action games on controller than keyboard and mouse. But I do hope we have some sort of like better feeling on PC and have better performance overall when it comes to the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Like this is something, this is the opportunity to see Kingdom Hearts, whatever game, to its fullest. Now, what I believe is that definitely maybe certain games that's on 1.5 and 2.5, they may be possibly locked on 60 frames where we won't be able to see its like max performance. Same goes with the 2.8 collection. Well, one of the games probably maybe locked on 60. I'm not sure. But I have a feeling that Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts 0.2, which is the game over here that features Aqua and Mickey, because these games are ran under the Unreal Engine, which is owned by Epic, and I'm pretty sure, I do hope we're able to, I think, run the game over 60 frames. I do hope, and have better graphics settings, so on and so forth, because there's just more to do with the Unreal Engine. It's up to date compared to these older titles. Normally, when developers make certain titles, they do have a struggle on doing things the way they want to be when porting, whether it goes on console or PC. They have a hard time making it right because of how I guess it has to do with coding. Listen, I'm not a developer, but definitely from just seeing, from all just experiencing certain remasters, some don't turn out great, some do. But from experience, just seeing Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 run really great, along with 2.8 run really great, and transferring over to PlayStation on the PS4, they run really good. Honestly, the best. If you want to play Kingdom Hearts right now, or if you have a console right now, these are the best ports to play on console. It's the best thing. Don't even bother playing on PS3 because they have the best graphics you'll see, or I guess not best graphics, but like best performance you'll see. Load times are way better. Everything is just way better on those certain consoles when it comes to these two games. And also, they did actually do a decent job with the Final Fantasy 15 PC port. Now it didn't ran the greatest on consoles due to the hardware it was, and also the lack of optimization the console has, but definitely the developers did a great job on optimizing it decently, at least decently, on the PC port. I heard like some good stuff about it, so I do have some high hopes when it comes to them porting all these titles into PC. I do hope we are gonna see uncapped frame rate. If there isn't any uncapped frame rate, I hope to see it at least at Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay, it's understandable if these two games don't have uncapped frame rate, but I do hope Kingdom Hearts 3 does have the performance and the graphics settings we can mess around with and see. I really do hope, because this whole game is ran under the Unreal Engine. So goes with 0.2, but I really do hope Kingdom Hearts 3 does have the better optimization. We're able to do more stuff with the settings, everything. But regardless, I think what's really important is just making the game playable on however you want to play it, whether it's on keyboard and mouse, uh, making it not glitchy or weird, because remasters tend to mess up with its enemy AI or just the game design in general. Um, like I said, just make the game playable, make it fun, and I hope we see the ideal stuff when it comes to its PC port. So, anyway, comment down below what you guys think. This is Tim wrapping up the news when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. This is definitely something I'm really looking forward to at March, and I'm just super excited. I can't believe this is actually a thing, and I made a great decision on investing on a PC. Also, I do want to put out. I guess you guys probably want me to also talk about the whole EGS controversy of like, oh, it should be on Steam or blah blah. Now, personally, I don't use Epic Games as much, but Epic Games is a pretty good, solid platform because they give out pretty good games for free, like AAA titles for free on that platform. But it is definitely bland. I'm normally on Steam, and the reason why a lot of people prefer Steam over Epic is because it's very consumer friendly, and it's also very it leans towards the players. It's like as a gamer, like Steam has pretty much everything for you. Everything is revolved around for gaming, whether it comes to forums, whether it comes to interacting with other people on Steam. There's a lot of stuff when it comes to Steam. While with Epic, you can't do any of those things, and basically Epic Games is just a launcher that just launch games. That's it. You know, it's pretty bland in the end of the day. While Steam, you have your own cool looking profile, all of these sorts of cool things, and you get benefits for buying games off their platform, so on and so forth, while other platforms don't, including Epic Games. That's why a lot of people don't really like Epic Games. And also, it also comes to your I guess to some people when it comes to their beliefs of not supporting certain businesses and whatever. And to me, I really don't give a damn as long as the game is properly launched and it's good on here, then I'm fine with it. And honestly, I just can't wait. I literally cannot wait a whole year. If it does, if this is like an exclusive for like a whole year, I can't wait that long to play Kingdom Hearts. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and I'm gonna play this game regardless. So, and I have to play it. I have to play it on on PC. I've been waiting for a long time. Okay, so this is something I've been waiting for. So I have the PC, and I'm excited to play this. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to drop a like and subscribe for more Kingdom Hearts content. I hope to see you guys in the future. Remember, subscribe, guys. Any support matters. Peace out.